Welcome to South Florida Frocktails. Can you tell us
Yes.
a little bit about your business?
Well, I'm Diana. My name is Diana. I'm a fashion designer, and by trade, I am a claim collection specialist. I work for a behavioral health facility, but my passion is sewing. So I've been
Mm,
sewing since I was little, and Frocktails is really a great initiative that took place. I want to say about 2013. It
hmm
started in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh.
And it started accidentally because they were friends. They also and they got together and they all wore their garments.
hmm
And the next year they started selling tickets, and it took over the world. People have it everywhere. And so my friend and I, we wanted to bridge the gap because we didn't have one in South Florida.
hmm
So I helped one, two initiative
hmm
for the sewing community.
hmm
It's called Florida Frocktails, which is our cocktail style event for the community.
hmm
It happens once a year. We come
Mm.
together. We wear our garments. We have sponsors from the sewing community. We do a fashion show. We
Ooh.
have bites and music, and we dance, and people come from everywhere and attend South Florida Frocktails.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
My name is Dr. Christine Sainville, and I'm interviewing you today because when I met you last night, you had such an energy, and I really wanted to understand, like, how did you get into sewing?
Well, sewing is part of me.
Mm-hmm.
um I always say I remember sewing at the tender age of 6, 7 because my mom, that's what she did as a living, right?
Mm.
So I've been always in the sewing world, with life. When I was in high school, I took sewing in high school actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, it was always in me. So I in 2016 I did decide to go for fashion school, and I graduated in
Mm.
fashion design.
Okay.
So now I really practice a lot of DIY fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that 80 to 85% of my wardrobe are me made, self made.
Okay.
And I do have a few pieces that I purchased, store bought, that I still like, that I kept in my wardrobe, but I really enjoy making my garments. I like when someone say, "Oh, this is nice. Where did you get it?" And I'm like, "Oh, I made it." It's a good flex. And I feel as if people should know how to sew,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So the second things that we launched it actually here last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's Soflo Sews, which is the in-person sewing event where we want people to come together and
Mm-hmm.
sew and just
Mm-hmm.
have a good time. Because how many people in your day-to-day life who sews? Not a
Only
lot.
my grandma. That's it.
And that's the thing. People feel as if it's not a skill that we should still explore.
hmm
And no, it is. I
Yes.
feel as if everybody should know how to sew. It is so therapeutic.
It's so therapeutic and it's so needed because when I have to hem something,
I know.
it just comes apart. I'm like, this is not my ministry.
So the skill is something that everyone can get. Everyone can get into sewing. Everyone can learn how to sew. I don't expect everyone to come and make a full garment, but
Right.
you should know how to hem your pants.
Right.
You should know how to put that button that you lost.
Yes.
These are skills that we should all acquire.
Yeah.
So because we don't know a lot of sewing people in our day-to-day lives,
Mm-hmm.
right? So IG played a good role in meeting other people who sew. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a huge sewing community on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I got to meet a lot of people who sew. So the idea for Frocktails is to bring people offline
Mm-hmm.
so we get to meet. And we shouldn't underestimate the connection that we can create
Mm-hmm.
because we have a lot of challenges happening in the sewing
Yep.
community. Anybody can host a challenge and you decide to participate. There are always prizes to be won and everything. So this year's event, we had it back in April. Last year I participated in the challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and I met I call her my partner now because we were partnered for the challenge. She lives in London and she flew for South Florida Folktales. So
Oh
people
wow.
fly, and I have another friend, I met her about 3 years ago. She flew from Montserrat to attend South Florida
Wow.
Folktales. So it's an amazing event, and I feel as if people don't know about it, maybe because people don't feel as if sewing there's a connection, but
Mm-hmm.
there is such a great connection that we can make with people here and abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And I am excited to talk about it and bring it out so people know that we are here, we are sewing, we can get together and we can have a good time.
I do have a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think sewing does for people as they're doing it, as they're putting things together, as they are making garments? What do you think it brings to people inside?
Okay. So I've had a lot of people ask that question. And for me, I can sew in silence
Mm-hmm.
and only hear the sound of the machine. And it's so soothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm at my machine. I don't need food. I don't need water. I just go and that's why I say it's therapeutic because you feel
It
as
is.
if you're creating something. I'm taking
Mm-hmm.
that piece of fabric and I'm creating a wearable piece of garment.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives people that peace.
Mm-hmm.
It gives peace. So if you're looking for something, we work every day.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
right? Married, 2 kids, a home. I'm a sport mom, so I'm always on the go. But when I'm in that space,
That's your time.
that's my time. And
Mm-hmm.
it appeases me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can retreat and it gives me even if you're working, it's giving me the energy to refocus and start the week again.
And then there's a product at the end.
There's a product at the end, right? Like what I'm
Exactly.
wearing today is a product.
Exactly. A beautiful product.
Thank you.
And so I think tying it into mental health, people don't realize what can be therapeutic. It doesn't have to be sitting in front of a therapist. It's
Exactly.
something that brings you joy that you can get kind of lost in.
And I'm glad that you say that. Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be sitting in front of a therapist. It can be you picking up a needle. It can be you picking up gardening.
Right.
So
Crocheting.
it's yes, crocheting. It's just that thing that make you feel at peace. And maybe that will give you the opportunity to realize that, because when you sit in it, it gives you the chance to see, oh, maybe I can change this. Maybe I can change that.
Yes.
Let me find someone that can understand what I'm doing and understand what I'm going through. So there's many ways we can attack so many in the world.
And then I think people are afraid to sit with themselves. And this is a manageable, tangible way that you can sit with yourself, be at peace, work through some things, and then come up with the product afterwards.
Yes.
If there were one kind of message you want to give out to people who are interested in sewing or are interested in this podcast of what you're talking about, what would it be?
It would be to do it.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people who have sewing machine in boxes.
Mhm.
Take it out, play with it. YouTube, the YouTube University.
Mhm.
On Instagram, you have a lot of people who do tutorial. They'll teach you how to make the basic things. I have people who come on my DM all the time because they need help. They're working on a project and they get stuck. And I'm always so happy to help because I feel as if, oh my God, they're gonna get something at the end. The message would be do it. Do it, find your tribe, find the people who are interested. And when sewing events are happening in your community, they're happening around you. Don't be afraid. Show up, bring your sewing machine. We had it here, like I said, at the co-space. People came, bought their sewing machine, bought their project, and we worked together.
Absolutely. And that's another part of mental health and healing is community
Yes.
and feeling not alone and having people who share the same interests.
Yes.
And so I think this is a great way to kind of end the South Florida folk tales to help people understand that this is not just for you, but it's for your inner healing.
Yes. And it's for all of us.
Exactly.
I'm glad that you are in that space of mental health and you can understand that it doesn't have to be talking about the actual issue, but it's working through it. Because I feel as if you understand it first, then it's going to be easier for you to attack it.
And a lot of people can really speak through their art.
True.
And they don't have the words, but they can speak through their art.
Yes.
And so I think we have to integrate all of that when we're talking about mental health, is recognizing that people can do it in different ways and it can be helpful to their overall well-being.
Absolutely.
It was so great
It was
talking
great
to you
talking
today.
to you. Yes.
And give them your handle so they can follow
so
you.
you can find me at 26 by Diana. It's number 26 by Diana, Dayana. We have the South Florida Frocktail page. We have South Florida Frocktails.com. We have Soflo Sows on IG, and then my partner is Sovery Joe. It's Sovery Joe Joe, and you can reach out to us anytime, and we are open for everything.
Perfect. And my name is Dr. Christine Sainville. You can find me at Shades of Me Incorporated on Instagram. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.